Hi, I'm Ann Luna. Welcome back to Bass Bites. Today we are looking at the use of octaves. So I'm hoping this will be a digestible little bit that we'll get done in under 10 minutes, or at least touch on the idea. So one of the things I'll have my students do is try to get, in order to try to get familiar with the fingerboard, is to find different octaves, right? So even if at first we're just looking for two, right? So if we start with the low E and finding that one, right? Or F. And this is a nice stretch, right? As you're learning F sharp, G. You can have the open or closed, right? Because I mean, you can keep this position going up the neck as far as you want and be able to find octaves, which is one way to do it. But yeah, if we're looking at positions that we are likely to play in kind of the bluegrass folk world, or other worlds too, right? Country, but and also trying to get ourselves in tune, right? So G sharp or A flat, A, open A to a high A. And this is, like I say, it's a great exercise just for your hands, right? And you're just going and finding your octaves. And besides getting to know the fingerboard a little bit better and working on some intonation and the stretch, there's times that I personally use octaves in my playing. So I'm going to try to demonstrate that a little bit. So this concept of playing octaves to change texture, try it out a few different places, right? You'll find that some places it works better or sounds more appropriate than others. But just as an example, let's say like Amazing Grace, and you've played all the verses, right? And maybe it's the big jam, and now you're having like everybody come and do it. So this will be in C. And so you could just do the pedal, right? Or kind of like a drone, right? So amazing grace, how sweet the sound, right? And so that changes it rather than if we're just doing long notes. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound, right? It's because this is like, if I do the pedal, that kind of like builds intensity, right? So now let's try this with octaves, but if we've got amazing grace, how sweet the sound. And so it's just a different texture, right? That saved a wretch like me. And then maybe you want to go and then maybe that's enough of a texture change. Then maybe you want to do something different. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. So that's just kind of a quick example. Or you might, like I say, you can try that on up-tempo tunes as well, right? And again, it's going to add some interest. So let me know how that goes for you. Tunes that you find that works really well on, maybe tunes that you're like, yeah, that didn't work at all. So I hope you have some fun with that, and it helps you get to know your instrument better and give you a tiny tool to try out this week. So as always, thanks for tuning in. I'm Ann Luna, and I'll see you next time. 2, 3, 4.